Tom Brady. Some people refer to him as the GOAT, the greatest of all time. And the ones that don't? Well, they're just mad because they're tired of seeing him win so much. Brady holds virtually every passing record. Went to a ridiculous 10 Super Bowls and winning 7 of them. And he's basically defied Father Time, playing football into his mid-40s, and continuing to play into his late 40s is a real possibility. Regardless of how you feel about him as a football player, his resume is untouchable, and will likely stay that way for 100 years. And off the field, Brady also has a pretty clean reputation. But should he? Brady has some very questionable things under his belt. The media has mostly given him a pass, which honestly, they probably shouldn't. And no, we're not talking about his having a child out of wedlock, his divorce, or his political affiliation with the red hat in his locker, or any other of these issues that arise with everyday people. It's something a little bit deeper than that. In this video, we're going to take a dive into some of Brady's transgressions and controversies off the field. Brady has been associated with some really immoral stuff. We'll also explore why the media seems to give him a pass, but you have to watch the entire video and then make that judgment for yourself. Before we get started, if you can please like this video and then hit subscribe and the bell buttons, as it will really help our channel grow. During 2020 and 2021, cryptocurrencies took off. Everybody wanted a piece of the growing market, and Tom Brady was no different. This is how it tends to work during a bull run in crypto. And stick with me here. This isn't a video about crypto, we are still talking about Tom Brady. So you got Bitcoin, which is like the king of crypto. That tends to go up first. Then you got altcoins, which are secondary coins that go up after Bitcoin makes its move. Then, at the lowest level, you have what they call shitcoins. You can use your imagination on why they call them that. Well, there was this one shitcoin that made a crazy run of June of 2021. It was called Ethereum Max, or EMAX for short. EMAX went up an astonishing 466,590% in a 24-hour period. It went from virtually zero to a $250 million market cap in a matter of days. And it was all done with boiler room type tactics and paid celebrities to shill the coin. Some of these celebrities listed are Kim Kardashian, Floyd Mayweather, and Brady's ex-BFF, Antonio Brown. Kim Kardashian reportedly had to pay a fine of about $1.3 million for her role in it. Another person who was never talked about as shilling EMAX was Tom Brady. His wasn't quite straightforward, and there's no actual proof he took any money to promote EMAX, so this is just an assumption. But on Miami hospitality mogul Dave Grutman's Instagram page, when talking about his nightclubs accepting EMAX, the first person to respond was Brady, who said, quote, "I'm in on that." Now, if you want to give Tom Brady the benefit of the doubt that maybe he was just excited about the coin's growth, then go for it. It's just kind of tough to see Brady do that without being told. I mean, he's a pretty busy guy and doesn't publicly promote things for free. But EMAX has nothing in regards to what was to come with Tom Brady and crypto. Around the time when crypto was going crazy, Brady was seen hanging out with a character named Sam Bankman-Fried, or SBF.
What's up, guys? I'm here with my boy Sam from FTX.
Sam owned one of the largest exchanges of the world called FTX. FTX ran splashy TV ads during NBA and NFL games, including the Super Bowl. Brady was a brand ambassador. Fast forward to November 2022, crypto exchange FTX went bankrupt and has been proven to be fraudulent. And guess who has been named in multiple lawsuits? Tom Brady. In one lawsuit, a Connecticut man claims that FTX's interest-bearing accounts were security, which would require Brady to reveal the details of their payments from FTX. The complaint claims they, quote, "have never disclosed the nature, scope, and amount of compensation they personally received in exchange for the promotion. Instead, they appeared in ads featuring such moments as an enthusiastic Brady dialing up everyone in his contact list to pitch crypto trading on FTX, asking again and again, 'You in?' Whether it stands in court or not remains to be seen. But this begs the question, why isn't this a bigger story in the media? Brady has major influence and is telling people to basically sign up for a Ponzi scheme. This should be brought up at every one of his press conferences, but it's just crickets. And it's not just crypto. Buckle up, because we're just getting going. I'm not sure you were aware, but in 2020, a worldwide pandemic affected just about everything in our life. While some businesses fell, the financial consequences of the pandemic were delayed due to the massive printing of money. The government loaned out billions with PPP loans that wound up being forgiven to small businesses. Well, turns out they were giving them to rich people too. Brady, who's estimated to have made around $500 million between his NFL contracts and endorsements, received a PPP loan for his TB12 brand. It's estimated around half of the businesses that applied for the loan were denied. But Brady's business received a loan for almost $1 million. Talk about a bailout for the needy. And to make it worse, not long after he got the loan, Brady made a nice little purchase of a 40-foot boat and named it Vida a Vida. I wonder who got that in the divorce. Look, the loan was based off his business and not him, so legally it was not a fraudulent loan. It was not in the spirit of what the system was created for. It's not 100% known if the loan was forgiven, but I wouldn't be so certain that it was actually paid back. Speaking of TB12, it wouldn't be doing this video justice if we didn't mention his bromance with business partner Alex Guerrero. Let me clear. It's just downright impressive what Brady has done physically into his 40s. And there has been no kind of link to any PED use. We're not suggesting that Guerrero has anything to do with Brady cheating. We'll take their word for it, with their fast twitch massages and, all that pliability stuff. But Guerrero himself has a super shady history. We won't get into all of it because this video is about Brady and not Guerrero, but let's just say that in 2005, Guerrero was sanctioned by the FTC because he claimed himself to be a doctor and was able to cure cancer, AIDS, and a variety of other diseases. Another big red flag with Guerrero was Julian Edelman's PED suspension. At the time Edelman was suspended, he was working with Guerrero to improve his game and rehab from injury. This suspension was on the heels of a very public falling out with the Patriots and a power struggle between Brady, Bill Belichick, and Patriots owner Robert Kraft. Belichick stripped Guerrero of certain privileges around the team. He was no longer allowed to be on the sidelines, during the games, or on the team plane, and Brady was the only player he was allowed to treat at Gillette Stadium. Makes you wonder, what was Belichick so concerned about? And this was before the Edelman suspension. No matter how you look at it, this is a bad look for Brady. It's not quite guilt by association, but it doesn't help his case for how he's able to play well into his 40s. And Edelman wasn't the only receiver to work with Guerrero. Brady got credit in the media for him trying to mentor troubled receiver Antonio Brown. Brown, who has multiple arrests for domestic violence and fraud, was on a prove-it deal and training with Guerrero. After Antonio Brown's retirement party in the middle of the third quarter at MetLife Stadium, he would later go on his little Brady trolling press tour. You've seen the Instagrams. Most of what he said was garbage, and he should be grateful for Brady. But the one thing he said that stuck out as actually having merit is that Brady had him pay $150,000 to Guerrero for that training. Because of AB's wild antics, the media is not going to give Brady much slack there, but it's just poor taste to bring somebody around with the optics of trying to help them, and then charging a large portion of their reduced salary to train with your guy. The media largely gives Brady a pass because he's great on the field. They won't even really ask Brady the tough questions. And when they do, they let him off the hook pretty easily. Think about some of the other tough off-the-field topics that he's been around, such as Aaron Hernandez. Then you look at his love affair with Trump, which is completely fine, but why will the media straight dog guys like Nick Bosa and Brady gets a complete pass? Let's see if that same energy will be carried over by the media once he retires. And hopefully, Brady won't be associated with anything worse than his role in FTX like Brett Favre. If you haven't seen our video on Favre, click the screen now, and then, again, please subscribe to our channel.